Hello.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that. If anybody was waiting, me had technical difficulties. We should be live now, hopefully.
Is anybody ever able to chat? Because I don't have comments on mine.
I see. Well, no, I just see yours and mine so far on the.
Well, it says private chat on my thing again.
How about that? I see what you did, like FJ, FJ, FJ.
Yeah, but it says private, and then I go to comments. Your comments show up straight. If anybody can hear us or on, please message us because I'm not seeing it.
Is it working now?
Let me kind of get on the live thing. Yeah, it's not on. It's still saying wait on you, waiting for K&D. There it is. Now it's live. Now it just popped up, said live.
Okay.
Okay, now you're live. Good.
All right. Well, good. Let's see. There's one message, Jennifer.
There it is.
Is it 7 p.m. already? Yep.
Yep. See me eating my candy bar.
And I just finished dinner, but that wasn't why we were delayed. We were delayed because of operator error.
Parker's on too.
All right. Hey, there's Travis. Barter Mania. He's been pretty active lately with some antique mall stuff and putting out some bolos.
I think I watched a video to him.
That's
what I've been looking for and writing down like a bunch of the smaller YouTubers so I can watch them because this way I don't have to worry about commercials. That sure does bug me.
Yeah, and he's on. He's over 500. I'm not sure. I can't pull up his screen right now because my screen is locked. There we go. There we go. Oh, now I'm going to have to.
I'm going to try to see if I can bring that back on.
Sorry, there might be an echo in there for a second. I just muted it. Oh, okay. So Travis is at 604. So he's getting on up there. I think he's going to do a big giveaway at 1,000. Not a big giveaway, but a giveaway.
Ouch.
So I picked up a few this week, 10, 12, 15, something like that. I'm at 172. So I'll probably do something. I was thinking around for like the 500 level.
There you go. Now you got, almost 2.
Just do a small giveaway.
Well, maybe I can find something just silly.
All right, there we go. Sorry, I had the time. I didn't have you up, and I had the wrong sound up. So did it echo a bunch?
No, I didn't hear them.
Okay.
I am going to have tomorrow, if I got time. So I'm looking for a pen so I can write it down. I'm going to call and get stickers made, and then this way, because Cincinnati Picker, he's starting to put stickers on.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, on his table.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Plus, I thought, who wants like a business card? I put that in like when I sell something on eBay. So I think I'm just going to do that. Stickers for, like whoever subscribers and things and give those away. Maybe like when you get to 250, I got this gift card for Bob Evans. We're not going to use it for $10. I mean, it's not much, but hell, we'll do it.
Oh man, there's none of those down here, so
no.
That's one of them northern things.
I am going to give away that My Pet Monster.
That monster.
I can't. It doesn't matter where I put that guy. He falls
down.
And it's always in a spot that kills me, and I have to like move out everything.
Need to tie a weight to his tail or something. Right. Or does it have a tail?
No, he don't have a tail.
Oh, okay.
His head's so big and heavy, it just wants to bloop. But yeah, last week on subscribers, I was at 1773.
Okay.
And for some reason, ever since I got monetized and I did that giveaway, I got it to like 1813 after the giveaway went down, and I keep going 17 sevens to 17 eights. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give something away, get me the hell away from this because it just goes up and down. I hate it.
Yeah,
So
people just bounce around.
So since I did that and posted about the monster, I'm like at 1799. So,
Yeah.
or 1799, but showing 1800. So usually when it does that, there tomorrow when I check, it would be at 1800. So I just want to surpass and get the heck away from it. So I figured 1850. Then
Yeah.
But all
Hello,
right,
Harry
ready?
Humstone.
Ready to go through your spill for last week?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I actually before this I started
Hey,
watching to see what you said your goals were.
well, I think my goals. I mean, I just skipped it.
I wrote them both ours down. So your goal was before you start, and then this
Okay.
one, you know what you if you did or didn't would know. You said 3 to 5 listings a day, and you'd like to get as much done on Sunday and a thrift. So
Right.
And you didn't commit like me. I said I wanted to sell at least 15 things.
Yeah, but we can't control. I mean, unless you're like throwing stuff at people's heads, you can't really control what you sell.
I'm not even kidding. I said 15, and I mean I was sweating to get that 15. But then
I just sold something else.
That's in the show. He's already getting rich. No.
Right. Hey, give me 1 second, okay?
All right. Woo! Now you just got me. How's everybody doing? Hi, Andy. Hi, Harry Humstone. So, yeah, he did say that on his goals. So I did check that. My goals as well. I said I wanted to list 100 last week, and I wanted to sell 15 items, which I just said. So will I do it? How we figured to do it is whoever hosts it, which today is Keith, then he'll go through his, and then as soon as he's done, then we'll try to get caught up on the conversation. So we apologize if we don't get you guys, but we will. And then as soon as he does that, as he's done, we'll go through chat for a few, get caught up. After we get caught up, then I'll go through mine. And then after that, if anybody wants to keep chatting, we'll chat for a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, dang, my phone keeps going off. I'm going to have to mute it, but I'm selling stuff, so that's good. Let me mute it real quick. All right. Okay. So yeah, my goals were 3 to 5 listings a day. Obviously I wasn't able to list every day, but I have listed since our last show, I listed 24 items. So that's approximately a little over 3 a day. I think I've had 16 sales throughout the week. So not horrible and not great, but considering the number of items that I have posted, I think I'm getting closer to 300, or every time I get closer to 300, I sell a few things. I think I'm like at 286 right now. I was up to 288 before we started the show, and I've sold 2 things since we've started. So,
honestly, I came in the shop and get my shipping and stuff.
Yeah.
I've sold 5 in the last 3 hours.
So. And as far as goals for this week, basically just to keep at the listings. I messaged you Saturday. I had that one big buy, not price wise, but I mean, it was a lot of items. I think I just counted them. It was 28 pairs of jeans, mostly Wranglers and Levi's. I think there was 1 pair of Cinch jeans.
I've never even heard of those.
A pair of work boots, 3 ties, 2 laptop computer chips, memory chips, a Cards Against Humanity game, and a what's the series that just ended on HBO? My wife and son watched it. I didn't watch it. The one with the dragons, and I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, there was that game also. I got all that for $15. So I am starting to list some of it. I haven't gotten to the jeans yet because I spent all day yesterday listing what I did have from the other garage sale pickups, and then I washed all those jeans. They were sitting outside on a big tarp, and they needed to be washed. If a pair of jeans is in a pretty good shape, I'll leave it, but these definitely needed to be washed. So yeah, I'm gonna put that in a lot, and I'm gonna just call it like Z15, just because I spent 15 on all that, and then just see how those sales go. Obviously, well, I just sold those computer chips, so those computer chips sold for covers my cost for that whole lot that I bought at that one garage sale.
See, I love doing that.
Yeah. So everything else is going to be profit now. All the 28 pairs of jeans and the 2 games. And then the 3 ties and the work boots. Work boots are kind of an off-brand. They're Bates, Bates. I've never seen them. Have you seen those before?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Okay. They're not steel toe or anything. They're just black work boots. I want to say size 12. They're in good shape. The guy said he only wore them once. I mean, they look shined. So we'll see. I haven't got those listed yet, but I did get to list some of the other stuff. I had some movies that I listed and a bunch of ceramic because I'm a ceramic magnet for some reason as well. Hey, Marcy. Frugal Peanut Reseller. That's Marcy, Chuck's wife. And we got what? Gravity Goods, Cameron. So what about you?
Me? Okay. So my goal was to list 100 because Monday I'd already had 39. I came short, but I did 85. Now today I got these cups that you get from Ohio State football stadium. Yeah. And I listed one, but at 100, I have 100 of them.
Oh, okay. So multiple.
Yeah, so I could count that and say, yeah, I did, but I'm not going to count that.
They're just like a stadium cup. I mean, I think that's what. Oh, this is a movie. This is a movie theater, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and this is like a Coors Light, which to me, and then it has it's football shaped on both sides, and
okay.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. And I seen somebody sell one. I think it was I think these were 2014, and I think like 2018 they're getting 12 plus shipping for them. So I just put $15. Let them make an offer. If they want 2 or 3 or 4, I would definitely take less because. So anyway, I did sell 15 items or I sold 16 items, and then I've sold 4 or 5 since then. But I met that goal. On the momentum board, I like the theory of it, but to me it can't be true ever because I listed 85 for 1,992, but I do make offers, so I never really cared so much as the price, but if I was to sell each, the average $23.44 an item. Let's see. This week, I just want to get. I want to be consistent with 50 items, and right now, I would like to have 15 to 25 sales just to get out of stuff. And today, I had 4 or 5 sales, and 2 of them for sure were old stale stuff. So I'm really glad they went. Let's see. Now on the 10 lot buy that I've been trying to follow, I'm at minus $13.12 as of today, and it was started out at $13.54.56. So, and I probably have listed maybe 30 items total, if that, out of 3,000. So definitely gonna make a lot of money on it.
Yeah. If you're just you said $13 away from being in profit.
Yeah,
that's good.
Well, and then whatever did just sell, I'm hoping maybe it'll get me over to where I'm broke even. Last week I did go to Goodwill and Salvation Army. I think I went on Wednesday because Cincinnati Picker came Thursday. He neither came Wednesday or Thursday. And the day before I went to Goodwill and Salvation Army. Goodwill, I ended up spending $25. And then I have not listed any of that. Salvation Army, after taxes, it was 33 or 63 and change. It was 58 something. Then I had to buy bags because I have never seen a place that.
At Salvation Army?
Yeah, they don't even they don't bag your stuff up. You have to bring your own. I didn't know that. I mean, I have remembered that and knew that, but it's I always seem to buy electronics, so it never bothered me. But this time I ended up buying some toys and crap. But in the video I just did with Cincinnati Picker, you see a 4-foot tall Darth Vader.
Right.
So I scanned it. It sells for $250, free shipping. I had no interest in shipping it whatsoever. I was going to just leave it at the shop and put in the window and
see if anybody walked by and buy it.
Yeah, me and John was messaging back, and I said, "Look what I found today," and he's like, "Dude, I want it." So when he came to the shop and stuff, he said he doubled my money, and so he gave me $60 for that, and everything else basically is free. There was 2 lip balm things my wife wanted, so if I take that out, then definitely it's all free. And there's a bag of like toys, and I saw a Diego Dora little animal.
Uh-huh.
It just sold. That was one of the things that just sold today. So after fees is pure profit. Um, and then I went to an estate sale like Monday. I went the day before that, whatever day I went to the Goodwill. The day before that, I went to this estate sale. It was supposed to be on the weekend, but my wife's uncle had passed away, so her family was coming up, and I messaged him. I said, "Hey, don't feel like obligated or it's a sin. If if you want to, I'll come. If not." So I ended up going there, which I made a video of, and I spent $180. And John bought the golf clubs because I sent him pictures. They had a whole bunch of like golf club sets, and he said he'd be interested in uh, the pings and something else. So I was able to work a deal out on the pings. He wanted $30. I was trying to get it cheaper because I'd done made a deal with everything else. And he said, "I'll tell you what, you can grab 3 of these other golf clubs." And I was holding, it was a cheaper set of wrenches. And he said, "I'll throw all that in for 30." So I said, "Okay." Well, my uncle bought the tools. I just sold it to him for $5. And then John paid me doubled my money there. So I think I'm down to, and then I sold a TV and a DV player for $40. So I've already recouped 105. So I'm 75 down, but I bought this set of Disney figurines and stuff. I thought would look good at the house for the grandbabies. I paid 50 for it, and which I did look that up. If I wanted to piece them each out, I could probably get 120. But if I sold the whole as a lot, I can get that too. So I'd rather just make the one listing. She does not want it at the house, so I don't know. My daughter gets her own place or something, then I'll give it to her. Let's see what else. Then Saturday, my guy, he gave me his business card with his phone number, but I just don't like everybody have my phone number, and
Right.
My wife's family was in, so I promised I'd go and do dinner or lunch with them and hang out for a little bit. So he's over there while we're waiting on the food be ready. I went ahead and messaged him and stuff, and then he was like, "Dude, I got a bunch of stuff in." I was like, "Dang it!" So then I was like, "Hey, baby," he just messaged me. I got to go over here. So I ended up taking her little Scion Xbox, and me and Parker went over there, emptied the car out, flipped it down, and I filled that whole thing up for $140.
Wow.
Which I'm trying to make a video of. I'm just so far behind because I'm also doing that garage, and I'm trying to make video watching me go through it. But to be honest, the only thing that's really good in there to me is cookbooks. And, like, how can you get excited about books? In my opinion, I'm just not a reader. So then we unloaded that. My daughter from Kentucky came up. So it was like, but I was talking to my mom and looked at a game. And I sold a Pokemon Red Fire or Fire Red Game Boy Advance game.
Oh, yeah.
I sold it in 3 to 5 minutes. It couldn't have been longer than that because as soon as I listed, I had an offer, and then I sent him, I counter offered it, and then he did boom. So I sold that one game for $85 plus shipping. I'm like, wow. And then this morning actually sold a DS game that really wasn't worth much, but I think it brought like 13 free shipping because it was just the case in the game. It was missing everything else. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's like definitely getting that. That printer that I bought from Goodwill that we talked about last week, I paid $19.99 in 3 days. It sold. I got a lot of people are doing like $145 free shipping.
Right.
So I sold it for $121 with $19 shipping. So I got the $140.
Yeah, but you're still $5 cheaper than them. Yeah.
Because that's the one when I seen it. So for $19.99. I went back to the shop, grabbed a box of clothes so I could get a $5 coupon. So so I paid $15 make it look better. And then also in our last talk, I had a pot that said, well, it was actually a skillet. On the back of the skillet was like engraved really thick, and it was just beautiful. It said Magnolite, Sydney, Ohio, which is really close to where I'm at.
Right.
And that said 8-inch chef skillet number 4507. And I put it on it, sold for $45 plus shipping.
That was it cast iron or was it cast aluminum? The Magnalite.
Magnalite.
Magnalite's.
Yeah, it wasn't light, but it wasn't heavy.
Okay.
I just shipped it out, and it was just about 2 pounds because of the handle.
Yeah.
But when I looked, it seemed like there was only like 2 that had been on, and they both weren't even as nice as this. And one sold for like 25 and 15 shipping, and one sold for $40 free shipping. So I put 45 plus shipping and make an offer, and I had like somebody offer me 30, and I just declined it because I just put it on. And if it didn't sell, it's fine because I do collect, Wagnerware stuff. But
Yeah.
it was upstairs in the free stuff. And then those cookie pans I was telling you about that was upstairs, sells for 100 shipped. I had 2 of them, so I did a video of me cleaning with that bar friends.
Barkeeper's friend, yeah.
Let me tell you that
No good.
Not a fan. No,
I've never had any issues with it. I use it to clean stainless with. I've had both the powder and the gel.
Yeah, I used the gel and the spray.
Okay.
I mean, I had to scrub I had to scrub so hard it was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, and it all like in the corners and stuff like this. I couldn't get it completely clean, but now where it was already shiny, yeah, it made it shine better. But it's like, dang it. So I did sell one of those. I listed one quantity of 2. I didn't clean the second one because that's for the video, the one I didn't clean. So I got pictures of the one that I cleaned, and then I'm gonna do this one. And it sold for 100 plus shipping. And I actually used a 20 by 12 by 6 box I usually use for my records. And I was going to cut it down, but I decided not to because it still went priority for 2 to 4 pounds. So I just packed it really nice because it's not like you can break it.
Right.
And then, just real quick, if you don't mind, I watch a guy. He's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. His name's Mike, and he's got a YouTube channel, Positively Hustling.
Yeah.
He actually made his own sheet to where you can like track your inventory and stuff.
Like a spreadsheet, yeah.
Yeah, and he's really like educational, and I love his theories and things that he comes up with. But here recently, he just got his 1,000 subscribers, but he told me he's still a couple hundred hours away from being monetized.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to throw a shout out to her. If you guys haven't checked him out, please do. I mean, you guys will probably like him. He played poker. That was his profession, poker, and then COVID hit, so you can't really he knows and play poker. So I don't know if he's going to get back into that or not, or that situation. But I was just thinking, man, if I can just help him get over, anybody can help. I try to help. So I just been click and play all, and then I just let it go. Just try to build his hours.
Build the hours up, yeah. So, all right. Looks like you've got a question in the chat from Frugal Peanut Reseller.
All right, let me get caught up here because I know I was trying. I just thought if we focused on each other and then because otherwise we'll get lost, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
K&D Flips. Man, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Hello, Chuck. I don't know if he caught you.
Yeah, there's a few people there.
Resellers. She did say, I don't know if this is it, but do you guys have a weekly goal for gross sales? Is that the one you're talking about or no?
No, a couple more down is the Frugal Peanut.
On that one, I don't. I know a lot of people say they like to have 100 or so. Me, I'm more of like monthly. Like if I can reach like $3,000 to $3,500, I'm good. I'm not. I mean, yeah, anything extra is gravy for a bad month, then I'll average out. But this way, I pay my bills, pay a couple of bills that I pay for the house, and then that gives me like a little bit of money to put back to. That's why I like having Cincinnati Picker come, because when we deal, it's cash. And then when it sits in the account, then that's just a saving for us. And she's always like, "What's this? Why didn't you take that?" And I'm like, "Well, John came. I didn't need it." Okay, I probably should have just bought 220 books for $20.
That's awesome, especially if they're decent titles.
I'll sell them at a 9% cost book. On that, I would have to ask you what kind were there, but don't let a book scare you away because, like I said, I found a box and it had some just like I thought it was like local homemade type cookbooks, and I had 4 of the one, and I sold 3 of them for like between $15.99 and $17.99 because I listed them at $17.99, make an offer, which I would take anything because I didn't have really anything in it. Yeah. And going through this garages stuff, I found like I think there was like 3 different cookbooks I found, and I found like 2 of each more. So it's like all I have to do is go in, and which makes it good. Some good books are good, some aren't not good. And if they're not good, you can donate them or have a garage sale. People still read, not a lot.
Yeah, it depends on the book. And I forget what channel I saw it on. It may have been Angie or maybe somebody that was on with Angie. But there's an app called Ziffit, Ziffit, that you can scan a book and they'll buy them from you. They don't give you a whole lot for them, but they'll. I don't know if they pay for postage or not. But I've scanned a few books that I have that I had brought back in from Amazon. I basically just closed my Amazon store. It's still there, but I don't have anything in it. And I canceled the monthly membership. So I just have like the free store. But anyway, I had all those books. And I think out of the 20 or so that I had, I think 5 of them, that app was willing to buy for somewhere around like $5.21 total with 5 books. And I think they pay for postage, but I'm not sure. Oh, but no, you still haven't got to the other question. It was I
see it now.
Yeah, from Marcy, Frugal Peanut Reseller.
Danny, are you full-time reseller? No, I'm not. I want to be, I should be, I could be, but I'm not be. And that's just because I got to figure out that happy momentum to where I can have set hours. And I probably drive Cincinnati Picker nuts because I'm like, man, this is what I want. But it seems like if I say, okay, from this hours to this hours, I want to focus just listing. Somebody comes to shop and then I'm a talker. So, then I waste an hour or two. I can just never get caught up. And if my back goes out, I'm down. If I get sick, and unfortunately, it seems like it happens to me a lot. But my goal is to really, our house is almost paid off. So we're going to pay off our house and we're going to use our little, if we get it, the stimulus and our taxes. We're going to do a bunch of upgrading so that, and we want to get a loan to remodel our house, but we thought we would just stay at the shop for this year and just not have a mortgage payment or any payment. So if that happens, then, and we get the house paid off, then Sarah's going to be able to quit her job and then we're going to hit it hard. And kind of like what you was talking about with those books.
But then y'all will both be or she'll be full-time and then you'll still kind of be.
Well, when she quits and stuff, she'll make sure I stay in line.
Yeah.
Tell me like, Dan, you need to quit talking, or you need to quit buying, or I don't like. But she was going to. She went down to part-time when the COVID had hit.
Yeah.
And what the goal was then was she was going to come in and like on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, she was going to come and list for a couple hours because she was getting off at noon and then she had to go pick up Cheney from school. She'd have to leave here by 3:20. So she thought Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, she would do her stuff. And then Tuesday and Thursday, she would list for me. But it seemed like every time she'd come, I'd have all this shipping stuff ready. Like I was selling a lot of stuff, and then she was selling her stuff had picked up. So it was like she was more doing errands and picking up stuff that she thought I needed or. So me, honestly, what I'd love to do is if she quits, hire like 3-4 people and not make a video, not do nothing, just basically like, hey guys, I'm going on vacation for a week. Reamp the whole shop to where like I love it like when people like you're telling a story as you're getting your shipping, so you're kind of like killing two instead of oh man, I want to tell this story, but it's like, do they really want to sit there and see me like, oh, today? So I would rather be working, and then this way camera's looking at what I'm picking and it's not so much me.
Right.
And then I'm so packed. I offered my wife's niece a a part-time job for. She's in high school, and so for like 3 hours a day, she's going to do that. So I think in the next week or two, we're going to try that. But then Sarah thinks that if I pay the house off in 2 weeks, which is the goal right now, then she thinks that we won't need her per se. But until I feel like we're caught up, I think we need it, because if she's doing listing, if we hired help and she's doing listing for my spot, then I can actually go buy the storage units and things like that.
So, that's what I was going to ask, what you were going to have her do, list or ship or what?
Yeah, the girl, her niece, I would honestly for like the first 2 weeks, I would just show her like easy stuff. Like, of course, if I pay her, we'll just example, like if I paid her $200 a week, I don't want her listing stuff that's only going to sell for $100. I want, if she's going to do that, I want her to be listing like $600 of, of course, it's not going to sell in a day or a week. So what I was thinking, instead of doing 3 hours a day, I was actually going to tell her like, if she could do it, like I would rather her work 8 hours or 6 to 8 hours on a Saturday, and then once she's trained, then say, hey, I have like 4 truckloads over here that stuff will sell, like, but it's like $7 to $15 on eBay. So to me, it's stuff I don't really want to deal with. So what my goal is to pay her, I'll buy the hour for that, and then say, hey, if you want to come, you can come Monday through Friday. I don't care what days you want to come and work your 3 hours, but you list that stuff, and if it sells for $10, I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5. My half, I'll pay the fees.
Right.
Because it's stuff that I don't have a dime in, and if she messes up in the first month or two, because I'll say I'm going to check her stuff, but I'll probably check 1 or 2 and be like, oh, she's got it.
Right.
And I'll forget. I'm just so forgetful. So to me, it's like that kind of stuff. I wouldn't care if she messed something up or, but if I had her list these $1,000 items that I do got and I want to put on, there could be issues with the people, and I don't want that. So that's my goal, is to get Sarah here and her niece, and then just really focus on, like, I want to sell shipping material to like locals. We have, I'm trying to work a deal, and I can't get to the guy because I'm always busy. And then with my daughter being in the hospital lately, I've had to reschedule it, and he's not available till like second week of next month.
Yeah.
But he wants to sell me skids of, what we call that, bubble wrap. But it's like the ends and the beginnings, and it's not the prettiest stuff, but
it works.
As a reseller, because if I sold a piece of glass and I bubble tape that with good bubble tape, then I can fill that whole box up with that stuff. And he wants me to buy it per, like a bunch of skids. And they said they would deliver it to me if I've got like 10 or more. And, I'm talking like $10, $15 a skid. Like, there's no way I could not make out on it. So I got these humongous poly bags. I got regular poly bags. The humongous poly bags, they sell for like $30-some, and I have like 20 boxes. I would love to sell like 5 to resellers, and that's what I'm kind of doing in my shipping areas. I'm taking boxes, and then I'm with a magic marker writing it, and then I do, I know 4 or 5 resellers. So, and it's boxes that get off eBay. So to me, it's like if I buy 3 boxes of 8x8x8x8, and I pay, $30 a piece since I bought 3 of them. The more you buy, it goes down,
Right.
But normally they sell them for 25. So if my dad needed one and my uncle needed one, so I can sell it to them for like 18. So I make $6 and I have a whole free box. So then when I do shipping, I can be a little bit cheaper than anybody else because my boxes were free.
Right.
So to me, that's just a good way to like make my cost lower, to where, a lot of people are like, man, he's not even charging real shipping. Like that video game I sold for $85. I charged first class, but anything I ever sell over $50, I pay the difference for shipping. I don't feel like that's on them. That's just on me in case something happened and it gets broke or whatnot. And if it had to come back and it was damaged, I got $50 that I'll at least get back. So that's how I try to do it. So I just want to buy a bunch of bulk stuff, and then it would give me room and time to like do videos on how-tos. I really want to get a bunch of those out. I think everybody would rather see those. Garage sale season's coming. I really want to get more comfortable with my camera being out.
Same here.
but it's when I have a book bag and I just don't feel comfortable. I feel comfortable when it's on my head, but I look like a goof and I can't wear my hat. So, and I like
even like Saturday, you know, I was going to try to do that, and I think I told you I didn't have the SD card.
Yeah.
For the camera, so I didn't get to use that. And what I did, and I still haven't put the haul video out yet, but as I came back from each garage sale, I just kind of laid the stuff out on my seat and just videoed it real quick and, you know, said what I paid for it. So I'm gonna try to put that together and possibly get that out tomorrow. But yeah, and you know, like this Saturday, it was up to 80. I mean, it got back down into the 50s yesterday and today, but I mean, 80 degrees and humid down here, and then, you know, later in the spring it'll be in the 90s. Wearing a book bag or a backpack, or, you know, even if it was just like any kind of a shoulder strap with that camera on it, be sweating. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I need to get used to using the camera out in the wild, or like when I go to a thrift store or anything. And you know, like the estate sales and stuff that I go to, and even the garage sales, I've yet to notice anybody in my area that's filming at all, and unless they're just really conspicuous about it, or inconspicuous. Conspicuous. That was stupid. But yeah, unless they're doing a good job of hiding the camera.
Yeah, Chuck said I could hire my son. Oh my, don't even get started. Mm-hmm. I have all these Pokemon. I did that little video with him, getting him all psyched up. And yeah, let's just say he's so into that. He was like, I'm gonna go play my new game. So,
well, he's still a kid. So
if I wasn't, like, right now it's just stressful with issues with, you know, personal issues and stuff with the kids, and that I just don't feel like I really feel like it would push Parker away, because if he made a mistake that I think was silly or something, I everybody's saying I've been kind of like an ass lately, but I don't feel it. But it's like, you know, Parker knows what to do and how to do a video and this and that. So, you know, if he messed it up or something, I'd be like, what? It's just, I'm just getting very, I don't know. It's like, I told my wife, I said, man, I would love to stay at the shop for a month alone, because I can't stand clutter. I would just be, actually, it probably wouldn't even bother me because I'm so used to it now. But
well, you did a little of that last week, right? Where you were kind of organizing your shelves and redoing your bins and stuff.
Well, yeah, that was
mess again.
I watched Positively Hustling, and he had done inventory, and he's like, oh, I'm late, but whatever. He had COVID like early January, so he was going to do it in January, but so he wasn't able to, and he did it. And he's like, man, I found all this unlisted stuff, and so I thought, man, excuse me. So I sold a level, couldn't find it. So I told Sarah, I said, you know what? That's it. I'm gonna go through my inventory. Man, I'm glad I did, because I ended up clearing like 10 tubs. One tub, it was full of inventory, but I never listed. So I must have like had it in the shop, and since I put it in a numbered tub, I just assumed it was on.
Right.
And, like, I had 2 colored tubs, and I don't really use those that much. So I just did a lot of condensing and couldn't believe it. So
yeah,
they're all full again. And I did these 10 buys and said no more. And then I went to Goodwill and I bought 4 things and said, well, now I'm going to do it. If I do it, I list it. So, of course, I go to an estate sale, bought 150 items. You know, that ain't got done. And then I went to Goodwill and bought a bunch of stuff. It's still sitting. Then I went to that thrift store Saturday, and I'm not kidding. I'm just like, and of course, Sarah's like, why are you doing that? And I said, baby, I'm getting you ready. So when you quit your job, you've got inventory.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could come up with, because she had said, come and get me and Cheney, because we used her car. And I was like, well, I got a big box in your car. Like, I mean, that car was so packed. I really regret, I was going to take a video or take the GoPro, and because we recorded while we was there, and Parker set me up, and I'm sitting there dancing and didn't know I was being recorded. So he's trying to talk me into putting that on. I don't know if I want to.
Sorry, it just started pouring down rain here, so I had to take a look.
Yeah, that's why I was been here all day. It was sleeting, and
yeah,
I'm also getting snow, and I'm like, no. Please no.
I was just going to go back. You mentioned like an estate sale, which I did. I went to 3 this weekend. 2 were duds. One I got a few things from, but that kind of just reminded me back to what Angie was asking about earlier, as far as the weekly goals for like sales. I don't necessarily have a number in mind, but I like to at least be over 100. Obviously, closer to 200 would be better, because that's the money that I take with me on Saturday. Saturday is really the only day I get out to go and thrift. Sunday, occasionally, if I can get to an estate sale, because that's usually half price day. But yeah, as long as I got a couple $100 or 100 even, the last few weekends I've just been taking 100 with me, and once it's gone, it's gone. I come back home and start listing.
Yeah,
I think I had 125 or 130 with me this weekend. Hit 13 or 14 garage sales and 3 estate sales. And of course, I didn't buy something at every one of them. Some of the garage sales, I think they were just displays, because the stuff they had it priced for, they didn't want to sell it. Same thing with that first estate sale, man. Everything was just so high, I just turned around and walked back out. But a lot of it was delicate stuff. Excuse me.
I'm saying that stuff we're going to do too. Like when Sarah does come, like she's all talking about, we can go garage sale and we'll each take like $20 or $30 and we'll have a competition. And I'm just like, nobody understands how bad I hate garage sales. And then everybody's like, well, you make so much. The only reason I don't like it is just because my back, and here it's like you have to. There's never garage sales all around. You have to like drive, get in, get out. By the end of the day, that's why I don't like it. But yeah, I can't wait to like have little challenges like that. And I really want her to get her own channel going, which I think we were going to. And then I just told her, like, when she makes a video, I'll also just post it on my account and try to get her going. Right. I hate clothes. And she can definitely, we can each take $20 and like, I could come out like buy the one printer and sell for 140 and be like, it's over. But heck, she could buy 2 or 3 carloads of clothes for like $10. And it's just, and then make like, over a period of time. So that's why I told her, I was like, well, if we do it, you'd have like a month. And what we do is we'd make that video and say, okay, we'll come back and do this video of who sold what and how much. So, in that month, I could sell the one item and been happy from day one, thinking it's over. And at the end of the day, she's getting, if she's getting $15 a pair of pants that she's paying a nickel or a dime for, I can't beat that. And she just takes her time and really gets into it. And I'm just like, come on, we need more. We got to get it. So I can't wait for garage sales because I do want to do more videos, but I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like I'm afraid that it's going to get to a spot we can't find inventory and stuff, because I know eventually all these thrift shops and stuff aren't going to be stupid forever. They're going to be like, we can hire 2 people to do eBay. Oh, I'm glad I thought about this. There is a church organization, and I told Sarah that, I went down with people who are doing this. Well, this church organization, I don't know how Sarah found out, but they email her. So every so often she gets to go get shoes for like $1. Oh, wow. They reached out to me, and I actually got to go tomorrow. I was supposed to go last Tuesday, but daughter was in the hospital. But they pushed out on eBay and stuff. So I went in there, and they had this, I think it's Bose. How you say it? Bose.
The speakers or audio?
Yeah, it was a surround sound.
Oh, yeah.
For and everything. They had 125. So I looked up, and I'm like, dang, the remote sells for $45.
Yeah. Yeah, Bose is a good brand.
But then they had a sticker that said, everything works. It just keeps ejecting the CD. So that bothered me. And I was like, so I went and talked to her, and she takes me and said, we would pay you to do it. And I was like, well, I said, I'm not trying to be mean. I have a shop and stuff, and I'm so swamped I don't do this shit on. But maybe if I get paid, I would. So I went in their back room, and oh my gosh, you would not believe I'm just like in heaven in there, like, oh my gosh. But they have no clue how to look. They look and see what people got it for, and I try to show her that.
Yeah, so instead of the solds.
I talked to a friend that does stuff like this, and he said because to me it doesn't make sense, because we ended up selling on whatever I did, we just split it. And they got to pay the fees. So, if it's $100 and $20 for fees, and they get 40, I get 40. But I would just outright buy, and it could take months. And if I dedicate a spot for them, I really don't want that's going to cost that to me. That's money too because it's space I can't fill. Not that
Right.
I need it, but so I'm going to go in there tomorrow and say, hey, I would be willing to give you guys 30% of what it sells for. So if it sells for 100 plus shipping, I would give you $30. And he said do that with them because then it's like I can just go in there and basically go through everything all the time, just like anytime I go in there. Because she told me, she's like, we'll even let your wife go through and get clothes and the shoes for $1 the day before. And I was like, oh hell no, now I can't help. Nope. Because my wife will say, oh, I gotta go check that out. 68 pairs of shoes later. But she did sell a pair of shoes for like almost $200 that she got from
Oh,
there.
wow.
I did find some purple crocodile, like pimp shoes. Oh, love it. And
Same
she
for
put those
Halloween.
on her Macari or Poshmark, and she got them like $20 or $30. And I'm like, oh my God, they're expensive. I would not do that. Kind of more is huge uptick. Jordan, I do agree with you, and I keep putting on my Facebook like, hey, unfortunately we lose loved ones and stuff, and if you're going through estates and stuff, and you guys just don't want to deal with it because it's too much or whatever, have your family go through, take out what you want, call me, and I said, now I like doing this. I wish I had a perfect bag, but this is what I used to do when I was a full-time caregiver. I paid two guys that did all the manual, and they would so you go in there and they'd say, I think I would like to get $2,500 for all of it. And then so while I'm looking and stuff, I'm trying to figure out how fast I can get money, if there's real high dollar items or if it's garbage, how much garbage they got, and what they have to do, because most of them got to get that house for sale so that the family, the kids can get their money.
Yeah.
So what I do is say, hey, how about this? If you paid somebody to paint, clean, take all the trash to the dump, you're going to pay up for it. How about we, I'll tell you what I would do. I would give you this amount and I will take care of everything. And, we'll haul your stuff. Man, so many people just love it. I mean,
really.
And I've never come away like not smiling like good money because, like all the metal, I would just stack all the metal. And then because I have a truck, even though scrap's way down, not much, but
Right.
that does help. Yeah, that helps. And then what I do is I go through and I take my tubs, I put everything, and I like to do this without people there because not that I don't trust people, but I don't trust anybody. So like I'll take like my Sarah and Parker, we'll go and we'll tub up everything I want. So there could be some good stuff, which I'm going to donate. So what I do is say, hey, I'm going to pay you guys. I think it'll take this amount of time. And usually what I was doing with these guys, I'd give them like $15 an hour. And I'd say, hey, I think this job will be $7, but I'm going to pay you for 10. So you're going to get $150 to do this. Or you guys do it under 8, you still get the 150. So you make more money. And if you do it under 8, you guys can keep anything you want.
Right.
Oh my gosh. And then so like 8 hours, it's usually done. And then like then painting and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, it takes me usually two and a half days to do a clean out. But I mean, heck, and the most of them, I actually get paid to do the clean out. So everything's free. And on the first, since I bought all that stuff from that garage, I'm going to have my first huge garage sale.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done in quite a while is have a garage sale. Kind of like Angie said earlier, love going to them, but hate having them. It's been probably over 20 years since I've had a garage sale. But yeah, I love going to them. Love picking through the stuff, finding something I can't live without.
Exactly.
That's like when you go through the clothes and stuff, which I don't buy a lot of clothes unless like this weekend when I happened upon those jeans. The lady walks up to me. She goes, I don't think any of those are your size, but we may have some other ones over here that might be your size. And I said, well, I'm not necessarily buying them for myself. And she just kind of looked at me and said, oh, okay. Yeah. But that's Some people you walk up on a garage sale like, hey, what are you looking for? And that's usually the first thing out of my mouth is just something I can't live without. Not looking for anything in particular. Something cheap that I can sell for $1 million.
I just like this lot that I bought from my guy. He had an original Game Boy, a Nintendo 3DS or XL something. It's a bigger one.
Yeah.
Then like a regular, it must be like one of the first generation DS, because it's just funky looking. And then a whole bunch of games and stuff. So I think I listed like 3 or 4 games, and then I wasn't going to list any of them. I was going to just set them back and sell them. But then it's like, I always get nervous. Like, I'm out. I paid $140. I wanted to do what it took to get my $140. Now there is a coffee pot machine. It's a commercial. Oh, yeah. Now it sells for like between $200 and $300 shipped. So I got it. I did plug it in. It came on. It got hot. So it's like.
You said it's like the big ones, the commercial ones?
Yeah, this one, I think it was
or something like that.
For 30 gallons or 30 gallons.
Oh, wow.
30 something.
There's your warehouse. Your warehouse is what, 5-10 minutes away from where you live?
It's 1.1 miles.
Oh, there you go.
I usually walk. If the weather's good and stuff and I feel good, I try to walk there and back. It takes me 11 minutes walking.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's faster walking because all the red lights.
Hey, Curtis, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
So, yeah, it's very close. And then in between's the Y. So I've been trying. That's what I'm saying. Trying to find a happy medium for me is.
So the Y is actually in between your house and your warehouse?
Yeah, and the Y is kind of, it's like
a block over or something.
One corner is the Y, the next corner is the post office. So like I told Sarah, I said, so I like paper items, like those little video games, anything I can just put in a little padded envelope. I told her, I said, I need to take that kind of stuff home, and I can list that stuff because, I can just boom, 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 no big deal. But
right,
she doesn't want any of that at the house. I don't either. So when I get home, I just need to be done, just, okay, when I come home, I'm done for the day. And, but like, I don't like games, but I don't mind these DS games and stuff because, they're not going to break like a CD being all scratched.
Yeah.
But usually I hold that stuff for John. So I saw in that stuff there was a box. Now I don't know if it's brand new or not. He just kind of like showed me a bunch of game stuff. And I bought a tub of stuff and I told him, I said, hey, I'll give you $75. I think, which I was talking about, John, I think I could get maybe, make $10 on the deal just to help him out. And he just took like a couple things out of it and left the rest. So I don't want nothing to do with the games. So I really, at that point, was like, well, I guess I'm just done. I'm not going to buy no more games. But then he keeps throwing stuff in the deals. And so it's like, that's why I get stuck with all these. Somebody reached out and I showed them what was in the tub. And of course, they're like, there's not really much. But I have 3 of the Xbox 360 sensor bars. They're like 15, 16 free shipping, which I don't know how you can do that. But I have nothing in it. So I was just thinking about just taking a picture of all of them and just sent, because there's like 2 Wii steering wheels. I don't know what those are worth or if they're worth anything. But my goal is to just neither put them all together and be like, or sell all 3 sensor bars. Like who needs 3 sensor bars? I have no clue if they work. So I don't know. I know my buddy in California, he likes games, but by the time I ship stuff to him, it's not really like, well, I think you could sell it for $100, but it's going to cost $40 to ship it to you. So like, seriously, how can you charge, like you just pay shipping? And it's like, I don't mind helping, but it's like time consuming. I just don't have the time to like get it all and do all that when I got all this other stuff to do.
Right.
So definitely been freaking crazy busy. I don't know what to do to stop buying. I'm being serious. It's like,
I've got that. I mentioned it on quite a few of my videos. Our neighborhood, since they only do 2 community sales a year, one in the fall, one in the spring. And the rest of the time we have what's called a virtual yard sale Facebook page for just our neighborhood. And I catch myself, daily looking on there anytime I see a notification on Facebook to check and see if somebody's got something for sale, because people sell stuff around here pretty cheap for some reason. They just want to get rid of it, get it out of their house. And I looked at a couple items today, and I basically used all the spending money I had this weekend. So it's like, no, quit looking at it. List. So I listed like 7 things today just because it was a little slow later in the day with my day job. But yeah, it's tempting. I don't know, yours is on a bigger scale, but yeah, it's always tempting to buy something, especially when you can make $1 or $2 or 10 or 20 off of it, or 100.
So how do you figure, like, I mean, you see John, you see Lonnie, you see all the bigger YouTubers doing it too, Commonwealth Picker. They sell stuff for like $7.99 free shipping, like lower end stuff. And I think that's what's getting me in trouble is like that coffee machine. I wanted it, and I knew what it sold for. He said, well, I said, what would you want for that? And he said, $30. I said, okay, I'm definitely taking that. And then he had 2 tubs of hats.
Yeah.
And he's like, how about $2 for both of them? Why, okay. And then, how about $10 for all these video games? Okay, keep it going. And then it's just like, and I went in his back room and looked and got a bunch of stuff. And and he gets stuff donated, so that's why he's so cheap. And then I looked in his barrel, and I told him last time, don't throw away your phones, don't chargers, none of that, pots, pans. So I go in there, and right away he's got phones and
pots and pans.
Now they have those Walkmans, but then they got the cassette type Walkmans.
Yeah.
But this one is huge. I should have thought about it before. I'd never seen one this big, but it also has a thing to where it's a recorder, so it can record people talking.
Oh, okay.
And those handheld recorders with the small cassettes,
the little bitty ones, yeah.
And I got one of those too. So it's like, man, I'm gonna hopefully, fingers crossed, they work.
Yeah, hats, Curtis. Hats are like DVDs or video games. They're real easy. Picture, list.
Yeah, and I usually do like when I do a hat. It's not that hard, but it's like I do a front, a side, the back, the other side. Then I flip it, do the whole,
do the inside. Yeah, it's like what 6,
7,
6 to 8, just depending on the type of hat, or if there's any other. Like sometimes the hats will have stuff on the side and the back as well. Is like some different embroidery or whatever. I got some golf hats from the U.S. Open. They got something on each side of the hat plus the front and the rear because it's all sponsored by somebody. But yeah, hats are easy. And I was telling Bobby that, or mentioned that on when Angie and Bobby's show was on last week. He seems to find hats. You find hats. I rarely find hats when I'm out, and if I do, they're all smashed and junky looking, and it's like, why do you even have these out here? They should have just gone in the trash. But I have found, and I've got a box. I have maybe a total of 15 to 18 hats listed, I think, right now. But I usually just try to find the cleaner ones. That's really the only ones I'll pick up, or if they look like they're somewhat collectible. Like I have a John Deere hat. I've got several golf hats, a few sports teams, a Navy and an Air Force hat, I believe. So yeah, it just depends.
Those usually work good.
Yeah. Oh, I found it was the sale where I got all the jeans this weekend. The lady was former military, and she had patches. So she had 2 of them. Both of them were for Operation Iraqi Freedom, the Desert Storm, 07 to 09, or not Desert Storm. It would have been the second one. Anyway, it was 2 different patches. One was a Army flight patch, and then the other one was just the standard, like khaki colored patch that matched all their khaki camo. I listed them, and they sold within 30 minutes Sunday. They were out the door. And I really couldn't find any others like them. I found one that was from a different year, but and I think it only sold for like $3 or $4. I think I listed mine for like $6 and $7. And they,
So I
they
don't
sold right
remember this
away.
hat like
And I
that.
didn't have anything into them really, maybe a few pennies.
I think most hats deserve $15, but then what I do if I don't think it's worth much, I'll put 15, and then when I run a sale, I don't have to worry. It'll sell for $8. I wouldn't care, but um, from the estate sale, I did go through and I put some of those on this weekend. And
Yeah.
Tara from our local thing, she paid 50 cents for this one hat, and I was listening to it, and I said, Verse Ace. And Parker said, Dad, that's Versace or some whatever.
Versace.
Versace. So I looked that hat up, and I'm like, gee, that sells for $100 to $200. So
Yeah.
I put it on for, I think, 120 because I did free shipping, and I ain't heard nothing. Or, well, somebody offered me $50. I'm just like, no.
Well, you didn't have much into it though, right?
No, I have 50 cents, but I mean, and now if it's next month or a month after, and somebody offers, yeah, I'm going to take that, but not right away. That's the thing, people, which I don't think they know that you just listed it either. So I always like decline and say, and I just send them a message like, hey, sorry, I just listed this like 2 hours ago. So since it hasn't been on, I'm not going to accept your offer. I'm just going to see if I can't get what I'm asking. And then if somebody offers me and they only got like 10, 20 feedbacks or less, I'm definitely not even trying to get into business with it.
Yeah. Curtis, I'm gonna check real quick and see if that Air Force hat, I believe I have it listed. Let me check. Or I can go pull the box down and see if it's in the box up there. But my stepson was in the Air Force as well. Yeah, Air Force veteran hat, strap back, embroidered blue and gold. So let me grab that one real quick. Talks amongst yourselves. I'm just going right back here.
Hi. Yeah, of course, my daughter's back in the emergency room in Dayton. Want me to go get her, so I'm trying to find somebody else to go get her, because if I go get her, then I can't walk for.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
So that's it there. If you can kind of see it.
Oh, that's nice. I like
Air
that.
Force, and it's got the thing on this side. Veteran.
And how much you got it on for?
What do I have it listed for? It's got the hook and loop on the back. Inside's clean. Still has a sticker right here.
That was beautiful.
What do I have that listed for?
See, I can't believe you ain't got
$10. I've got it listed for $10. Yeah. I don't think I had anything into it. Maybe I want to say I bought 5 hats for $3 at a garage sale. But yeah, that was the only one that was military. So right there.
That was nice. Oh, Curtis gonna get it. He gonna buy it. You better buy it. It's worth. I mean, you go to like an Air Force museum or wherever, they're crazy expensive. Angie, I thought she was too. I ain't even heard from her for a few days, so this is all I'm getting now. It's you're gonna leave me stranded. Don't have kids. If you got them, give them back.
Too late.
How have I been feeling? I don't know. It's a day to day. I broke my tailbone.
So until you went sledding, yeah.
Health wise, I've been feeling a lot better. Like say on the first, it will be 100 days I quit smoking. I feel better. Awesome. Now it's weird. Like last week, I really had like this bad urge I wanted a cigarette, and I've never had an urge since I quit. But so that way I'm okay. It's just then I was having issues at the pain management. They got me back on my medicine, so I feel better there. But less than 10% of people that break a tailbone has to have surgery, and you know dang and well that Danny gonna be that 10%, and then let them shove this needle up their butt. Gonna be. I just got a bad feeling because no matter, because like I came straight down on it,
right,
and it's just been trouble.
Yeah.
Like my daughter's in Dayton and we're in Piqua, so it's like a 45-minute one way. So if I have to go get her tonight, tomorrow I might be okay, but then the next day, usually it takes a day or two, and it scares me. just nobody listens, and that's what like with people that sell you stuff and family and friends and stuff. It's like you tell everybody, hey, from this time to this time, I'm busy. That shit, not. If the time you get busy is when you're there. Yeah, they said it could take like a month or two. Oh, it feels weird. Like when I'm lifting, it feels like that bone is like stuck to the chair. It's like,
oh yeah, I can't even imagine that. I mean, I have enough issues with my knees, but yeah.
Sarah, I told her to try to find me one of those donuts. So she bought this thing. It was in a square, but my big butt, I sit out, it goes all the way down. I have not been using it, so I think I need to go and get checked out really well.
Yeah.
Like but I just don't see what the donut would help because I'm sitting on the donut goes completely around.
Right.
I keep talking about it, so my butt keeps hurting.
Literally a pain in the butt.
Barter, I can't keep.
Yeah.
I can't keep the weight off because I'm in. Well, now since my back's feeling better, I was losing a lot of weight. I know that went to shoot because with my daughter's issues and stuff, I was stuck in Dayton, so I ordered pizza. Of course, yes, Travis, I did. It was so stupid. Oh my gosh! And Parker was videotaping, so once he get me, he videos it right as soon as I hit it. He stops it.
Wow,
it was bad. I should have never done it. Parker never seen snow, and just tried to do a father-son thing.
Yeah.
And my nephew and Parker, they were going down, but nobody could hit that ramp. And I get on there. I must have just been so fat. It just, I knew I was
going right for it, huh?
Halfway there, I knew it was. I'm sitting there like trying to turn. I'm like, oh, shoot.
No brakes.
Yeah, and I should have, when I was in the air, I should just laid back. But it's going to be hard anyway because the ground was frozen. So, yeah. It stinks. This getting old stuff isn't fun, I'll tell you.
No,
don't heal fast. I did read that, but I figured it'd get better, like, okay, you can tolerate. Now sometimes, and that's why I've been making some of those like how-to videos and hey, and then with
stand
stuff
up
in
for
the
a while.
garage. Yeah, and stuff in the garage, I just set the phone and let it do the fast forward thing or what slow motion or however the heck it is, whatever you call it. So this way I can just stand there and just look around and
oh, the Christmas Vacation where Chevy Chase goes on that disc sliding down the hill at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And it wasn't that big of a hill, but man, frugal people.
Bye, Marcy. Thank you.
How many people's in the chat? We're on.
11 right now. 10. Marcy just left.
So, but yeah, so to me, it's just, I just got to get it all figured out. And I think once I get it figured out, then like I can have, how like John does. All right, sold 13 things. Let's get it.
Yep.
That's what my goal was. But then it's like, everybody does that. And so, but I like, I really got turned on to watching, and I don't even know how I found him, to be honest, but NC Flipper.
Hey, Gino.
Hey, Gino.
So we got another one back. We're up to 11.
But yeah, so I've been watching him, and I don't know if he holds the camera or whatever, but it's like he goes to his computer, shows what it sold for, and then he goes to his beds and get it.
Which one?
NC Flipper.
NC.
He was called NC Picker, and I'm not sure, but I think that he's using both channels. I think one is for like when he goes and buys his stuff.
Right.
NC Flipper's one I watch. And, of course, he's put one out while we're on tonight.
That was one guy I was watching for a while, and I think we both kind of had started out again around the same time doing the videos. But, I started last year and then gave up during COVID. But then October I started up again. Southeast Picker, guy named Pete, lived out in North Carolina, I believe, and he was from New York. You could tell he had a real heavy New York accent. But he was pretty decent to watch, just some of the stuff he'd find. And I was going through my subs the other day to see if he had put a video out lately, and he was no longer there. And then I looked up the channel, and it's no longer there. So I guess he gave it up maybe. Thanks, Travis. Travis is taking off. Appreciate you stopping by.
Talking about John, make sure to send him a sticker for his bench. I'm actually going to call tomorrow and get some stickers made up. I'm going to make him like a huge one so nobody else is.
Who are you using? There was, I forget who it was. I think it was Dan, Art Vandelay.
Yeah.
He had given me a recommendation to look at for some stickers. I'll have to go back and find the email. But I think the one that I found was called a U sticker, like the letter U, usticker.com. They seem to have some pretty decent prices.
I don't mind helping like local businesses. So the people I go through, like I really want to get, like I figured once I get my taxes and get the house paid off stuff, have a little extra money. I want to get I'm going to get a hat done. Everybody, I don't know what it is about hats. Like, I really think, how like Cincinnati Picker and all them, they're like send a card in and get something.
Right.
So I was thinking about I'm going to starting another little, a week. I don't know if I'll do it on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I kind of rather do it on Thursdays so it's not back to back. But I want to do like that's what's up when Tuesday or that's what's up Thursdays, and then like have invite John to come, and then everybody that I invite, it'll be a weekly thing, and then I'll give them 15 questions. It's kind of like a short deal.
Yeah.
And once I build that up and stuff, I want to have people like send baseball hats. Like I want to have a baseball hat for every team, football, college, and then I'm just I found these little U-hooks and
just hang them up around there.
Yeah. And I thought, man, that looks cool. So I think I'm going to try that. And then once we do remodel the house and I get it to the house, to the garage and get it rebuilt, then the spot that like I do my YouTube and stuff, I'm just going to just start covering it with hats.
Yeah.
But I wear them too. So, like this hat, see, I don't ever take the stickers off. I don't bend it or nothing, which,
I'm not a
flat. Dad, you're not no gangster. You're wearing your hat wrong. I said, no, I'm wearing it. I only wear it like a day at a time so I don't mess it up and get dirty. And then before you know it, you got a vintage new hat.
Right. Yeah, Angie, you're absolutely correct. I mean, now you're full time and you're having to put videos out. Plus, you're doing the lives, with yourself and Bobby, and then lately with Emily Conway too. I can't imagine just trying to schedule all that. I was trying to stick to a 2 video per week regimen, and I haven't even been doing that lately. It's just been a what sold video at the end of the week. But I am going to try to take this little camera out. It's like a GoPro, and get a little more sourcing footage and try to put a second video out at least. I'd like to do 3, but yeah, it's just my day job gets in the way, and I'm not complaining about that because that's what pays the bills, and I really enjoy my day job. But yeah, it is difficult to keep up with YouTube.
But to keep like your people and keep the interaction with some of your people, see, I don't like doing I know people do shorts. I get the gist of it and all that. However, like once you're monetized, if it's under 8 minutes, you'll get 1 commercial. 8 to 10, and you get 2, and anything from like 13 to 15, then you can put 3 on.
Yeah.
If you ain't getting a lot of people watching like me, I like just that month that I took off, like all my videos were like over 100, almost 200 views, and then I took off just to try to get healthy and stuff, and now I'm getting like 50, 60. So it's like I feel like I'm starting over, and I just think I don't like it. I don't like that part because it's like, and I always say, comment, tell me what you guys want. Because right. I don't want to be the same. I want to do different stuff, but then I throw in those Legos and stuff, and then I get people like, hey, I'm not following this because the kid's doing Legos and that has nothing to do with reselling.
Yeah. I'd like to do different stuff too. I mean, it's just, I'm still new at it. So kind of the way I looked at it was, I was going to put out videos that I liked to watch. I like watching what sold videos. I like watching the sourcing videos. The picking and the shipping, not so much. But again, you still see what people are selling, So especially if you watch them source it and then you see them 2 weeks later sell it, then yeah.
I like on the shipping stuff. Like when I'm shipping, there's a priority region A, region B.
Right.
I always thought region A would be like the Midwest.
Right. One part of the country, another part of the country.
I really did. And so when
I
I was here,
yeah,
I
until
said,
I looked into it, I thought kind of the same thing.
so I said, John, you know, you've been putting videos out lately. It's been about a month or two. I said, you keep showing us how to ship things here and there. And I said, could you do a video to let us know exactly where what states we send A to and B to? And he looked at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And I said, region A and B, isn't that way it is? One's for like this side, one's for the other side of the country. He said, no, region A is for like up to 2 pounds. Or no, yeah, 2 to 4 pounds. And then region B is like 4 to 8 pounds. I said, for a flat rate. I had no clue, and I resell a lot. So
yeah,
I'm from Piqua, Ohio.
Oh yeah, Gino. Yeah, and I'm in the far northern part of the Houston, Texas metropolitan area. Basically, our zip code is Conroe, Conroe, a very far north suburb of Houston. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really on the border between Conroe and the Woodlands. If you've ever heard of the Woodlands, Texas, they used to play some of the PGA tournaments here, but then they moved it. Now they're back down towards downtown Houston in Memorial Park when they play the PGA tournament here. But yeah, they used to have it in the Woodlands. Woodlands has like, I don't know, 15 golf courses probably. All of them real, high end. I was going to go back to Jordan's question there. Do you think resale competition will be lighter when COVID ends?
No.
I don't either. I think that really depends, because if people enjoy it, they're still going to do it part-time, even if they go back to work full-time at an office or full-time from home. They're still going to, like I said, if they enjoy it, they're still going to get out and do it on the weekends. I mean, that's kind of the way I do it. I've sold part-time for, I don't know, 2 to 3 years now, a little more seriously, especially this last year. I've taken it a little bit more seriously, and I really enjoy it. I mean, it's a hobby, and it's a hobby you can make money at. So I don't know that if you have any of these new resellers that have kind of flooded the market lately, how many of them are going to go away. I think in some aspect they'll still stick with it, part-time.
There's going to be a lot of people that get burnt out.
Sure.
There are going to be a lot of people that are going to pay like $2 and then realize when it sells for 6 or 7 that, yes, it's good. Yeah. And excuse me, so like my uncle, he's 70, between 70 and 72. Sorry if I get I know he watches. But, I have stuff and I'm like, yeah, this will probably sell for $8 and da-da-da. And he's like, well, what do you want for it? And it's like, God, it's hard to even say I want $1 a piece, because by time, so he's okay with spending $1 or $2 and selling that for $7 or $8. And he's like, if you sell 100 of them and you only make $2 profit, that's $200. But he's not living on it. So now, if it was like DVDs, things that you can just scan simple to list, I get that. But there's no way I'm going to be looking up and trying to fix toys and stuff like that.
Yeah. Gino, if you're talking about us down here in Texas, yeah, a lot of people in our area did lose electric and busted water pipes everywhere, because we're not set up for 8 degrees, which is what it got to here. But no, we were actually fairly fortunate in our neighborhood. Of course, I was walking around like a nervous cat, turning faucets on every hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'd leave them dripping at night. But we didn't have any busted pipes that we've noticed thus far. And electric, we only lost just a few minutes, like twice when they did a rolling blackout. It just kind of snapped, and then it came right back on again. So we were fairly fortunate in that aspect. And we did offer up, to have some friends just west of us. Everybody was pretty much out of electricity and water. So, we were offering all of our friends that live out that way to come near if you need to take a shower, get a hot meal, whatever, come on over. But yeah, so that was a funky 4 days. I know a lot of the people in the north deal with that kind of weather, especially you, Danny, on a regular basis, but we don't deal with that stuff down here. We're not set up for it. We don't have salt trucks. We don't have sand trucks.
Well,
they shut the roads down.
Parker's 12 and he's never seen that much snow. So,
Yeah.
we get snow, but it's not like this year. It was boom. But on that Tommy he said that region A can hold up to 15
Oh
pounds.
yeah,
It's a two
at a
pound rate,
2 pound rate,
and region B can hold up to 20 ships at 4 pound.
at a 4 pound rate.
Thanks for clearing that up. I was never really sure how that worked.
Yeah, I've used them a few times. I've got both sizes of them. Because A comes in 2 sizes and B comes in 2 sizes. The more rectangular one, and then the more elongated one, kind of like the 1097 or 1095, 1092.
Well, I was to say that 1092, like I shipped one out today, but I couldn't find that box in my shipping for 10 on when I was making my label. So I just saw priority, and I know I'm gonna get dinged for it, but it's okay.
Yeah, I just recently got a back charge for something, and there was no way, because they said it was like something I shipped out for like 4 pounds 8 ounces, and they said it was like 6 pounds 8 ounces. There's no way I missed. I mean, maybe, but I don't think there's any way that I would miss by 2 pounds something that I'm shipping out.
And that's the thing too. They can put whatever they want, because how are you going to fight that?
Right. I mean, it was like an extra $4, but whatever.
They just send you something saying, "Hey, we just want to let you know we just took $8 out of your thing." Like, oh,
yeah, thanks.
What if there's an error and they took out 800? Then
appreciate it.
It's crazy.
So, what about this week? We kind of basically touched on the goals for this week, and if anybody wants to post some goals that they may have for the week in the chat, go ahead and do that. I'm still going to try to just stick with what I had last week, because it really did help, especially over the weekend. Sunday's my big day to list, and like I was telling Danny before we came on live, I listed probably 12, 14 items Sunday, and by Sunday evening, I'd already sold 5. Not 5 of those particular items, but I sold 5 items. So it was like, the more you list, the more you sell. The more you list, the more you sell. You hear every reseller say it. But yeah, sometimes I get out of the habit of listing, and you notice it, especially if you're just part-time and just, have a few items like myself. But yeah, when you start listing, or if you can even list 3 to 5 a day, man, those sales pick up, they add up. Like I said, I listed 7 today, and, right when we started the show, I sold 2 items. So
yeah, and that's
going to be my goal still. Yeah. Just stay consistent.
I've been listing every day, but I mean, I want to say like between Friday and Saturday, I think so, like 8 to 10 maybe. And then yesterday, I don't remember really selling maybe one thing. And then today, boom, 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 like, it's like, man, all here in one app within 2 or 3 hours, like boom, boom. And then it's like, but I sold the Wagnerware piece for 45 plus shipping, a cookie plate for 100 plus shipping, that scanner for over, 140 shipped.
Yeah.
And I sold a train engineer's hat for 30 plus shipping. I did a cleanup and found these tarot
cards.
If you don't know, anything that has to do with tarot, whatever, however you call it, pick it up.
Yeah.
This last summer, I went to a garage sale and paid like $5 for some stuff, but I can't remember what they were called. And I came home, and each of them sold for over $100 that day. I mean, boom, boom. I was like, I couldn't believe it. So when I was doing this house clean out, we found some, but they were loose. And I was like, nope, just grab them all. We'll still sell them. Now, if you have the whole set, it brings like $60.
Yeah.
I had 72 of the 78. Which ones were those? I don't know. So I put them on for $40, make an offer. Somebody offered me 25 plus shit. And I was like, I hate that. Like, well, I'll go 30, but it's been on for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And there's, if somebody's interested or whatever, then you can send offers, but I haven't even had any of that. So I just took it. It was free. I made so much money on that deal. And there's these tall glass, Kurjat jars that had that American eagle, or the eagle flag in the back. I had 5 of them. One ended up being cracked, so I sold 4 of them, 3 of them for 100 piece. And then the last one, I took a $85, and they were going to come pick it up. So I was guaranteed it wasn't going to get damaged. So I mean, I sold those from there. And so I just went and just took the $25. And I know a lot of people, my uncle, my dad, my cousin, they'll go buy stuff, and they're more into listing right away. Their higher end stuff. I like to list a couple $50 to $100, and then I like to list a home run here and there every week.
Yeah.
I like the little stuff too, because I sold that cookie sheet for 100, that
Right.
other thing for 140. So and then it's like I sold some pantyhose, things like that, like $8-10 plus
stuff.
Shipping. But
Yeah.
it just makes a nice paycheck. So,
yeah, I try to do a little of both. Of course, that's kind of what I'm picking up too. I'm trying to get to where I'm up at a picking up items that sell for a little more higher profit, higher percentage. But yeah, I still pick up some smalls, just because I know they're going to sell, and especially if there's multiples, because you can just do the one listing and enter the quantity in. So yeah, but yeah, I'd like to get my average sales up quite a bit. So that would be a goal for me. I can't do it necessarily in a week, but that'd be a long-term goal, is just to get my average sales up. I'll have to take a look and see where they're at right now, but yeah, I'd really like to kind of be up over $15 a sale, closer to $20 a sale,
And see, and that's like when Sarah gets here and stuff, I'm not even going to put a limit. I don't even care if it's not going to, if it's something I don't believe is going to sell, and as long as we have the space, it can sit as long as it wants. I don't care. But if I have to pay $2 to sell an 8, I'm not going to do that. But if it's something like I'm already going to buy it because this one thing, and they want to throw all this in, yes. But until I get caught up, my focus at the beginning of the year was like, I want it to sell for 20 or up.
Yeah.
And I want to be the higher end guy. But eventually you're going to run out of the higher end stuff. My dad tries that, and he's always, I ain't got nothing to list. I ain't like.
Yeah, the smalls add up, like I said, that's kind of your bread and butter stuff. And
but that's just like, I just spent 140 and sold 2 games that literally can fit in your palm of your hand. It's like, how much space really, but it works out. So
yeah.
Angie was asking about if we had goal money wise. I have my PayPal set for Tuesdays to go to my bank. I like to see it $1,000 or more each week, because if it only needs to be 800 a week, but as long as I'm pushing 1,000, that's just my goal. But right now I'm going to say I would more be like, I'd like to see 800, because then it gives me a little extra and all the bills are paid. But I really want that 1,000, so that it gives me to where I can put money back, and I really want to shoot high and buy like some huge estates and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, there's washers and dryers stuff. I have that market of being able to do it on Facebook. And like you were saying, which we got off the subject with those books, there's the next city over is a bookstore, and they'll give you, just like you said, not much, but it's money.
Right.
So, and then
gets them off your hands, especially if you pick up a lot of them.
And then there's like a clothing place. I can't remember what they're called, but there's like 2 different clothing places that you can take kids' clothes in and stuff, and they'll go through it, and then they'll offer you this amount of money for this, and then you go to that next one and you say, "This is what I got." So it's like, we go to so many garage sales, and they're like, "Just give me $5 and take it all," and we would always say, "No, let's just look through it." So what we need to do is go ahead and take advantage of it, because we have those outlets, and then there's a garage that's not attached to this building. I want to empty it out, fill up with tables, and then just fill the tables up. When it's full, have a garage sale and get rid of stuff. And then what I can't sell, I'll donate. And then the Goodwill here, if I take a box, I get a $5 thing. So
that's great. Far Out Finds. Apparently, he used to be retro obsessed. He's on his way to 800 listings. I was telling Danny earlier, I'm trying to get over 300. I have been for a while, and every time I get up in the 280s, it just gets knocked back down again. But again, that's fine. It's sales. So
heck, I don't even know.
Sales, profit. I do well with junk drawer lots. Yeah.
I'm going to start doing this because I have a lot of like buttons and just stuff that you'd put in those kind of drawers. I'm just going to start throwing it out just so I don't have to. It's just so tedious and time consuming. I've seen so many people doing that. On my baby account, I'm up to 324 listing.
Yeah. So, we can't start over, but you can go back to the beginning and watch it after we get off. That way you can catch up. but just not in real time. But thanks for coming back.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate everything.
Absolutely. So we're coming up on what are we? A little over an hour and a half, I think now, or right at an hour and a half. How you feeling?
So I got 651 and 324. So it's nine.
Almost 1,000, huh?
Almost. Hopefully I'll be
between
there.
The two. Yeah.
Feedbacks though, I finally hit 1,100. I don't know if anybody pays attention to that. I just like having, stuff to where I can just give me goals. Like, all right, I'm at 11, which on feedbacks, you can't really have a goal.
Yeah.
I just figured if I get to 5,000 feedbacks, then I should be set and be like just trustable. Like,
I think I'm coming up on 500 feedback. We're going to see where I'm at. I want to say I'm in the 4.7. No, not in the 4.7. I'm in 448.
Feedbacks on eBay.
Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. I guess I could have muted the microphone.
Gino, he's funny. Hey, you said he's going to be in Cincinnati. That's cool. Or not Cincinnati, Columbus. That's still like 2-3 hours from me. Yeah, I have somebody that reached out to me through YouTube and wants to come. I said something about coming this weekend because I have clothes. Well, from what I'm seeing, there's a bunch of clothes and books and some toys and all that garage stuff. And I had tentatively said something about coming this weekend, but I'll probably have to back out because not only did I get more of that in the shop, I decided to go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, estate sale, and then my guy. So I'm running out of tubs to hide my stuff. I'll open a box and be like, oh, man, I didn't know that was in there. Forgot. But I can tell you exactly what I paid for it.
Yeah.
So.
Sister moved there. I guess you're talking about Columbus.
Did she move there for a job? Tom, I didn't know Far Out Finds and Flips was your retro obsessed. Oh, hey, Bobby. How you doing?
Hey, Bobby. We were just talking about hats earlier, Bobby. Had this hat.
Yeah.
Had it for a little while, but yeah. I don't pick up a whole lot of hats, and I'd mentioned that, Bobby, earlier last week when you and Angie were doing your show. I really don't stumble upon too many hats, and when I do, they're all smashed up and flat and grease stains and whatever else.
I'm checking something for my wife real quick.
I gotcha.
Apologize. So you probably see me, but I got my eBay up. She's wanting to list stuff, and I started auction finds. That's my big account. So there were 1,100 feedbacks, and then we did a pick of resellers account for Parker and like media stuff. So Sarah, we had let my dad. We helped him to start one, so we just Sarah just put it in her name, and so she doesn't. We don't want to buy a store, so she can't do sales and stuff. So I told her she can just have the baby account, and we can work it together.
Yeah, that's helped. I'll do the sales like on the weekend. Occasionally, like during the week, like right now, I think I have a 10% off sale on things that I've had for like 180 days or more.
Right.
Just to kind of get some of the stuff moved that I picked up when I kind of first got back into it. And, there were items I shouldn't have picked up.
Just got through listing 47 caps in 3 hours I bought from that Danny fella next to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it a good deal? What really sucked about that deal is I actually had got you some old snapbacks, and I put it in a bag. I wrote you a little nice letter, stuck it in there, and they wanted $45 to ship it. I'm like, shit. So I had to cut that box down. It's not the best way that I like to ship, so I just hope you can wait. But Bobby, I did go to my guy and bought a whole bunch of. Well, I think I might have sent you some pictures, but they're like fishing hats. Some of them are pretty badass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy them? Anybody? Angie, you want to buy them? I'm willing to get rid of them. I don't even want to mess with them. I got too much stuff.
You say fishing hats, like what?
It's like the kind that has like a little strap thing.
Yeah, with the brim all the way around. Or
yeah, this one here you can actually fold up and has like a button.
Okay, kind of like a bucket hat.
Gino's fine. Pickle just subscribed.
There you go.
Hey, that's awesome because when I hit 1850 subscribers, I'm giving away my my pet monster. Now I did that and said that. Now I'm like, man, I'll probably cry again. I've had that thing. I love that thing. But it
appreciate the sub, Gino, for sure. Someday I want to ride in the front seat with you when you go sourcing.
Well, who, me?
No, Gino. You either sit in the front seat or you sit in the back seat.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That should put me well over 1,800 now.
So I was going to go back to this one. Do you think the $4.99 store is worth it? I don't know of any of those around here. Or is that the Five Below thing? I've never been in a Five Below store.
Yeah, we went to a Five Below store. I think it's like cheap stuff.
Yeah, I've never been.
I went to Walmart yesterday and they had cups, boys cups for like baseball, football. And she was getting them for $1, $1.50. And I was like, damn, you should go buy them all. And
yeah,
I sell on eBay for like $10 shipped. But I'm like, if you had 50 of them and it's one listing, yes, like say if you sold for 10, you get $1.50 in fees and you got $2.50, probably cost you at least, we'll say $6.50. So you make $3.50. But if you had 100 of them in one listing, I would do that. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
A vintage corduroy hat. It's just funny that you say corduroy because I found that thrift store that I go to usually on the weekends. I found 2 pairs of corduroy pants there. I almost picked them up, but I left them behind. One of them was like burnt orange. I mean, like burnt orange, not like UT orange, Bobby. And then the other one was like a salmon color, salmon corduroy.
Right.
No, thank you. Although, I don't know. I didn't even look them up because I was so inundated with those jeans already. Try to blow through those first before I buy too many more clothes of any kind. There you go. Bobby's everywhere, Gino. Bobby will find the hats. If there are hats to be found, Bobby will find them. Said he went to 9 Goodwills looking for hats. They keep telling him Bobby took them all.
Now, see, that's the thing. Like hats, I just like them personally to wear and keep. But I make this. I don't feel like I'm knowledgeable, but I really am because it seems like when I get them, I know what I can say. Well, I think this hat's worth $300, and we looked it up, and used was bringing like 200, and like Sarah's like, no, there's no way, and boom, I'm in. It doesn't even take me long to sell the hard ones, and I know some to look for, some not to, but.
Yeah, I say what you're saying now, Curtis. Yeah, I think I have. What do I have? I think I have the basic. The one where you get like, what is it, $25 worth of free stuff every 90 days. Shipping supplies. I think that's what I have is the basic store. I couldn't even tell you the different levels right now. What store do you have?
Me?
Like the basic, or is it one of the other upper level ones?
On both of mine are the $50 ones.
Oh, okay.
So,
and I think,
what I do is every 3 months, you get the coupon and stuff. So what I do is on the one,
right.
I put as much tape as I can, and I always try to and my suggestion to everybody is, if you get your stuff and it comes up to $40, find like a box of boxes that might be $15, because at the end of the day,
you're still getting it cheap.
Yeah, it's only $5. You only paid $5 for it because you still had that 10. I always make sure I go over because I don't want to give eBay any money to keep. I want them to have to blow it all. Right. That's my theory about that. So
if they give you 25, don't spend 23. Go ahead and spend 27 or 30.
Don't be generous and do them a favor. So what I do is on the one, I try to buy as much tape, and then it gets really close, and then I can either get one more set of tape to put me over. But since I'm kind of caught up on it, I didn't do that. I just got a whole bunch of, I just got like 100 6x9 padded envelopes. And then on the next one, I got like boxes, and then I got more padded envelopes.
Yeah, I think the first 2 I'd gotten the 8x6x4 boxes, and then the 8x8x8s. I'd already had the 13x9, like the padded envelope that says eBay on it. I am getting low on my 8x6x4s, so 4-1, I'll probably be getting another set of those. Plus, there's a what they call half price boxes, kind of like half price books or whatever. But there's a half price box store about 3 miles from here. And I checked their prices out online the other day. They're actually pretty decent for like sets of 25 or 50 or even more. The more quantity you buy, the less per piece it is. So I'm gonna go check their store out pretty quick because I'm getting low on some things, and like I said, I'll use that coupon for the 8x6x4s, but I'm gonna get some different size boxes.
Yeah, and I always try to keep boxes too.
I do too. I have them hidden, but yeah, they're normally all right behind me. But yeah, I've got them over in the corner, just stacked up. I don't break them down. I probably should, at least the bigger ones. But yeah, I mean, I can get the camera back over there.
Like I say, I got a garage that's on the building, then back there.
Stack of boxes.
Yeah, oh yeah, I see them.
Boxes, and then those bigger boxes have like bubble wrap and
newspaper,
paper, and air pockets, and all that stuff in there.
Yeah, I like to. What I like to do is, since there's a garage here, and I've been working on getting it cleared out some. And this GoPro's driving me nuts. It keeps beeping and it shouldn't even be on. But my goal is to empty that, and there is some shelves against the wall that's like metal or nailed to the wall. I was thinking about putting all my shelves and my tubs in the back garage, and then this way I could maybe open up as a shop here soon.
Right.
But heard through a grapevine that this place might have been sold. So
yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. That
I'm going to make some phone calls because if so, I'm going to be so.
Yeah, that'll be different.
Yeah. Which in the agreement is I get 6 months to find it rent free. You don't have to pay nothing, which I wouldn't pay them anything because it's pretty crappy. I have to hear it from other people. And they know that I buy stuff. So, I mean, literally 14 truckloads, and then the 3 truckloads I probably got this week, I wouldn't have bought them. So I don't know. I was thinking about doing that and then make a spot back there also for shipping. And then I was just going to put it on Facebook hey, everybody, please, especially if I did I would like to open a thrift shop, but my buddy that has a thrift shop said that to be a thrift shop, you have to have a corporation and this and that. So if I do, I ain't going to open it as that, I guess. I'll just call it something else, but basically be a thrift shop. And then hopefully I have people that'll come and just you bring me five good boxes I can use, I'll give you $1 or $2 in-store credit, something to get loaded up on boxes. I always like to have boxes. Like that cake pan, I was so pissed I had to use a 20 by 12 by 6 because it didn't need that much. But for $100 plus, shipping.
Yeah. The question here, what's everyone's most commonly used size box? He goes to the 8x6x4s. I've been going in cycles. I mean, I'll have a day where that's all I ship out is 8x6x4s, and then today, I shipped out 3 mugs. Finally getting rid of some ceramic, but I use the square box, the priority mail, the 8x8x7. So I've been using a lot of those lately. But it just comes and goes. And there's days that all I use is 6x9 padded envelopes, it seems like. So I just had to buy some more of those.
So say today, I think I shipped out 8 things, which one's in its own box. I don't know. What would you do? I sold that all-in-one scanner, but it's still sealed from the factory box. I was thinking about trying to find another box to put it in.
Yeah.
Thick box. So I made the label, and I was just going to pay Going Postal to put it in a bigger box because I don't have one, just to be safe. But normally what I would do is in my description say, I will ship this as the way it is, unless you tell me not to. I did not do that, so that's why this time I'm just going to pay it. But
yeah,
that big
the boxes from Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards or whatever it is you guys have up there.
Amazon. No, I'm not going to buy a box.
Oh, okay.
No, that's stupid. I just pure
Yeah.
dumb. I don't care what anybody says. They'll hate me for saying that, but it doesn't
I
make
mean,
no sense.
if you just need one, but
It doesn't make no sense. Go spend $5-6 for a box. It just don't make sense. Because you, at least where I'm at, I mean, it does make sense if you can't get boxes and stuff. Me, I can cut up boxes. I can make it happen. I guess I shouldn't say it that way, but if you can't get them, you have to. You have to. But me,
yeah.
there's so many factories and stuff and I've done it. I had an awkward box, and um, I called Sarah's work and talked to people in the office and was like, "Hey, I'm looking for this type of box or big pieces of cardboard that I can make a box."
Yeah.
They said I could have it, and I was like, "You sure? I can give you a couple, $2 or something," because they gave me like huge sheets. So you just stick it and you just rig up your own box, and
Okay.
People are just gonna. I don't want to keep cutting up trees and stuff, so I'm really fond on reusing boxes and
Yeah,
stuff.
and I try to do that as well. We order so much stuff from, well, not a ton of stuff, but we order frequently enough from Amazon to where I keep those boxes. Plus, my wife, where she works, they get shipments in on a regular basis. That's where I get all my air pockets, all my bubble wrap, the big bubble wrap. I've been buying rolls of the smaller bubble wrap, but the big bubble wrap, she brings those home. And then also some boxes as well, because they get she works at a doctor's office and they get some of their medications shipped in those thick cardboard boxes, because they also have like the styrofoam thing in there to keep some of their stuff has to be kept cool.
Right.
So yeah, those are good. I've shipped some stuff out in those. They're a decent size. They're like 15 by 13 by 8, but they're real thick. It's like that double wall box.
And I like them boxes too.
Yeah.
I try to do what I can, and then that's like now tomorrow's video. So whoever's watching gets the kind of 411. But it's called Pickle Meat here. It's just a local weekly auction. They put it on. Well, I want a box of Beckett's. You know what those are? They're price guides for ball cards back in the early 90s.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Like the cover of some have like Michael Jordan and things like that. But anyway, I ended up with like 74, 76. And I don't know how many of each I got. I didn't count do that yet, but got a big stack. Most of it's baseball. Then it goes basketball, then football. But there's like
the price guides you said though?
Yeah. But
like the Kelly Blue Book for cards?
Yeah, these but Matt, they don't even. I bet they've never used them to price anything because it doesn't. None of them are beat up at all. And you grade a baseball card. Well, heck, now they're grading these Beckett's. So I got a few Michael Jordans. I got some, Larry Birds, Barry Sanders. Some. So I did get on eBay today, and I bought 100 magazine bags, and then like something to hold them in. And what I'm doing too is buying record boxes. And this way, the ones that sell high and that are gradable, that somebody's going to grade, I'm going to ship them in that, because they'll be a little bit more expensive anyway. So if it's free, it's for me.
Oh, that's what Farrell Fines was saying. His mom's an Amazon freak. She buys tons. Once a month, she'll send a huge box filled with bubble wrap, air pockets, stuff like that. Can't beat free 50.
Right.
That's my favorite price.
Free 99 knowledge.
Free 99. If it's free, I'll take 3. There you go, Bobby.
Oh, my daughter was in the hospital. She's back in Dayton Hospital, and then she's like, "Hey, can you get me to home?" It's so aggravating, When the kids turn 18, it should be on their own. If they can't get away home, they don't go. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't ask my mom and dad to get me a ride home. So now she wants me to come, knowing that if I do, I'll be in bed for 2 days. And so that just bothers me. She's got a mom. She's got friends. I don't mind doing it. It's just, my back is that bad, and I did it a couple weeks ago for her, and being there for 2 weeks, being in bed for 2 days straight is no fun.
Hey, Bobby's got some info for you there.
Cat box opening later night, shouting you and looking at and poking at John. That's funny. Well, I didn't now. See, I had to cut that box down. See, I'm not a fan of doing that. I just couldn't believe how much it costs to ship it. And he's in Oklahoma. I would have never thought. I'm like, it's like, shoot, I might as well just told you to pay the shipping and give it to you for free.
Yeah, I back in it was like the early 2000s. I want to say around 2004, 2005. I was selling on eBay then, and I would buy. I was still driving. I was driving over the road, so whenever I was home, I would kind of take a look, because I liked selling sports hats at the time, and I would buy like lots. And it always turned out to where the shipping was more than the hats. Like the guy was selling the hats pretty cheap, put them 20 to 25 to a box. And where it worked out, like it was way less than $1 per hat. But then he charged, arm and a leg for shipping, and it brought the cost up for everything. So I didn't really make a whole lot of money on those hats, but it was a lesson learned. And I ended up giving a lot of them to my brother because, like you were saying earlier, hanging them on hooks around your office there. My brother, his garage, he's basically kind of turned it into a garage bar, sports bar, whatever you want to call it. So he's got all kinds of memorabilia hanging in there. So I just gave him the rest of the hats I had left over. So he's got all those hanging up. Most of them are college.
That's cool.
College ball caps.
So, yeah, I like buying in bulk. That's just my thing, my personal. Yeah. Unless like, and that's what I keep trying to get to here is like, I need to get such a stickler on what I'm buying so I don't bring more and more stuff in. But then it's like, well, shoot, if I paid $1 for this, these will sell for 30. This will. Yeah. I can't say no when it's going to be money.
Well, hey, Danny, we're coming up on 2 hours, just shy of. I'm probably going to have to cut out here. I've got some day job stuff to take care of.
Yeah, I got to get off here too because I got to go beat my kid. Go get my kid.
Yeah.
So hopefully, my mom and dad said that they would go get her. So I might just try to ride with them or something. I don't know.
Go do what you got to do. Take care of business.
That's right.
Everybody that's still here, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back on next Monday on Danny's channel. Where you over here, Pico Resellers.
And hopefully I'm at 1,800 subscribers, so we could give my pet monster away. I was sitting right there at 1,800, so only 50 more. Tell your friends, say subscribe, get my friend monster.
Anyway, thanks again for everybody joining us, and we'll see you next Monday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we are on daylight savings time. I kind of felt that all day today, the hour of sleep that I lost this weekend.
I sure did too. That's funny.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.